I have the perfect productivity solution for you for either your gaming or your homework, right? You work from home, Zoom calls, that sort of stuff, video editing. Yep. And how I can provide a decent, awesome solution for you is by presenting this to you right here that's on my table backwards. The Orico 10-in-1 docking station. I'm gonna pair this today with this P5 Plus by, who has made this? Oh, P5 Plus by Crucial. Boasts about 5,000 megabytes of speed per second. I don't think this dock can do that. What are we gonna box for that amount of money? Is it worth it? Maybe it is. I'll let you know at the end of this. Before we get started, just want to let you guys know that Orico has sent this out for me for a demo, right? To check it out and show it to all my techies and gamers out there looking for something to help their productivity or their gaming. Know that I will be giving my honest opinion here. Pros and cons, what's good about it, what could use a little bit improvement. What do we get in our pretty big box? It looks small on the website. I didn't look at the measurements, but maybe it's a big piece of slab of metal that will take up a lot of space on your desk. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it is a big slab of metal. Ooh, wow. Has a nice, kind of a little bit of a weight to it. Take it out the wrapper right now. Throw it away in my face. What? Get off me. All right, there you go. That's the official size of it. Super icy cold, some kind of metal alloy. Nice little silver gray color you got going on there. What do we get with our ice cold device in terms of IOs? Let's look at the front of it right now in your mouth. What? Looking at the front of the device right there, you'll see you have your SSD enclosure there. That's right, that's where you put your SSD. This does support up to 4 different sizes of SSDs, so lots of compatibility with that. You have your 2 3.2 Gen 2 USB ports, and then you have your headset mic combo, and then you have a volume knob there for your headphones. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Ooh. Pretty smooth, nice little bit of a resistance there. Okay, I can hear the plastic. On the back, what do we got on the back? Let's take a look at the back of the back. We have, well, you have some vents there. So this does have an internal fan for advanced heat dissipation, because we do know that these SSDs will indeed get hot. That little button you see next to the vent is the eject button for your SSD enclosure. So that's how you will get it out from the back. 2 2.0 USB ports, because, well, it's just for a mouse and a keyboard. 1 gigabit LAN. You have your HDMI, which supports up to 4K 60. And we have a PC in that will be connected to your host machine, whether it be your PC or your laptop, and power to power your dock. Cool. All right. And on the bottom, of course, you're going to have some little circular rubber feet to prevent it from sliding on your table. Wow. My arm got tired holding it up like that, presenting it. So just so that you see how it ejects from your docking station here, I'm going to press this button on the back like such, and it pops out the front. So the cool thing about this is not that it makes it easy to pop out and insert an SSD drive. The cool thing about it is this is portable, so you can take your SSD with you, because you can connect it to any device that supports the USB-C data transfer protocol. Yep, connect it to your phone, to your iPad, anywhere else, any other device you want to port your data, right, to. This is portable. USB-C to USB-A, and of course that header there comes off and you get USB-C to USB-C, and then we get another USB-C to USB-C. Neither one of them is long enough to connect to a power source, but if you're close to your machine, your device, this will suffice. It's about 2.5 feet or so, right? So not so bad. The other one is like less than a foot. God, oh yeah, it's about an 8-inch cable. How cute is that? Okay. That's the devices in the box. All right, Tech is a Gamer. So I have the dock set up here on a side table, and I'm going to connect it to my MacBook M1, which supports up to Thunderbolt 4 speeds. Let's go ahead and connect it to our MacBook and see how our MacBook behaves. And nothing happened. Nothing happened because I didn't plug it into the dock. What? There we go. Now we're plugged in, and as you can see here on the desktop, we are going to allow our accessory generic 4-port USB 3.0 USB. Sure, allow. We're gonna run a little speed test here, Techies and Gamers, and see what we got going on here with the Blackmagic Speed Tester. Blackmagic Speed Test, right? We're going to select our target drive, which is going to be the NVMe. Crucial, click open. That is our drive. What's the size we have? 3 gigs is good. We just want to get a feel for what the speed is like. We'll let it run a couple times and see what happens. Here we go. All right. Speed is running. We're getting about, on the right, 800 or so. And then on the, it's about the same for both. Let it run a couple times. Okay, here we go. Let it get warmed up because it's just getting started, getting to know the device. Taking that on a date, give it drinks. Hotel, what? Okay, so we see a bump up a little bit to about almost 1,000. It's kind of going up and down there, right? And on the read, it seems to be pretty consistent on the read speed. 5 seconds to transfer 3 gigs. Okay, here we are on the 4K display. And it is very, very tiny because it is in 4K. And ooh, yes, this is nice and smooth. Nice. Okay, now we're seeing the awesome sauce. All right, techies and gamers, there you have it. The Orico 10-in-1 SSD enclosure docking station combination for your productivity, video editing, probably for gaming. Let's talk about some of the pros with this device. One, it has a nice build, nice metallic build. It's definitely made for keeping your SSD cool with the enclosure and the fan technology going on the inside. It's pretty quiet. Another pro is that you can eject your drive here. Ejects pretty robustly too. And even when it was in use and testing it over and over and over with gigs transferring, it's just a little bit warm. Enough IOs, right? You got 3.2 Gen 2 on the front. It gets you about 1,000 megabytes per second for each USB port here on the front. You got your volume, which is pretty cool. If you wanted to hear, set this as your audio source and you can control your volume here pretty granularly, right? There's no clicks. It's really smooth. It doesn't come with a power brick, so you have to get yourself a nice 100 watt or better power source externally to power everything, including your MacBook. Otherwise, if you get something low powered, it may power your phone, but you won't charge your MacBook. Definitely supports up to 4K 60. So if you have a laptop that's doing 4K 60, like a MacBook, for example, modern MacBooks, you're going to get it to work pretty nicely, especially on a nice external screen. Works pretty good. No issues running it at 4K 60 on a giant 4K 60 screen. Cons, well, it's wide. It's got a wide footprint, so it can take up, if you have a smaller desk, a significant chunk of area. The other con is that, well, they are 10 gigabits of speed. I was able to max out at about 1,000 megabytes, right? Trying different cables. Unless you're like connected directly to the internal connectors on your device, your MacBook, your computer, you won't get the exact up to the full rated speeds with a lot of these enclosures. So that's just one thing to look out for. Expect about 1,000 to 900 megabytes per second transfer rate. Outside of that, does it make a pass on the Tech Toys and Gaming Show? Absolutely. This is an awesome addition to my setup here. My dock over there doesn't really go as fast as this. I think I get about 700 megabytes. So if you're interested in this dock, get yourself a little 30% discount courtesy of Orico in the description below. No affiliation or affiliate links of mine. It's just a gift to you. 30% off. All right. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Later.